folks, Mel Waldorf from Alameda Guitars here, and today I'm going to present to you the answer to a question that I probably am the only person who ever thought of. It probably pertains only to me. But the question with which this is the answer is, what happens, what do you do if you like a Fender Stratocaster guitar in concept, but just can't get on with them in actuality? And for me, that largely comes down to the bridge. Now, on a Strat kind of guitar, like here, you can see it's got the bridge, it's all bridge, vibrato all in one, and I mean, if I'm not botching up the muting, I'm turning myself off, all that kind of stuff. But what's really cool about Strats is the pitch travel and the feel of the vibrato. So I thought to myself, I said, what would happen if we use the Stratocaster tremolo bridge, but just as a tremolo? And that's what I've done. So welcome to the Alameda Clam Shack, and this is the big CGI effect here. Wow, look at it go. Whoa. All right, that was my whole CGI budget. And I'm taking credits for special effects at the end of this. So what you can see here is basically I've taken a Stratocaster tremolo and I'm using it with a second bridge, with an independent bridge. And on the back you can see the springs, everything. Now on a Strat they're normally over here, and they're just further down because of course the bridge is further down. The general setup is like a Stratocaster on this guitar, with the exception that these two pickups are my Alameda off-Kiltertron pickups, and they are asymmetrical dual bobbin multi-coil pickups, and they work with a 6-way rotary switch, and that gets you 3 different single coil, 3 different humbucking settings. I've already made a demo of that, and I'm going to add a link to that below. For this video, I'm just going to stick around the Fendery settings. So the first question, no doubt, would come up would be, how well does the Stratocaster tremolo work as far as pitch travel when you're using a secondary bridge? And so let's hear the answer to that. So basically, like a standard Stratocaster, it can completely slack the strings and come back and also have some. So that's kind of cool. Oh, and for coming back off the pulley up, I've got one of those ESP keepy and toony things back there with the little spring plunger that pushes against this. Anyway, they're pretty cool, but they're out there. You can find information. So yes, it can completely match the travel enough. You notice how I said that, completely enough. It also allows for nice palm muting, so. So those are two things, and again, I understand the vast majority of people who are players who play Stratocasters, they can do all this with Stratocasters. But I'm a putz, and I can't. So I may be the exception case. I've to talk to my therapist about that later. But anyway, okay, so where were we? We're back here. Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to run through some settings. I've got my pickup here. They said they've got 3 different single coil, 3 different humbucking settings. I've got it on the middle of the 3 single coil settings. It's called Twangle, to just kind of keep it with the Fendery feel. So starting here. Now also note the guitar plays better when you like that. I mean, worlds different. There's scientific papers that were done on that. If you play like versus it's so much better. Anyway, next we're going to use the bridge, and I've got a little switch here that turns on the neck pickup, so we're using the neck and the bridge together. Let's see. thing too, the flip. It's not patented. I'll let anybody do that. You can use that. Yeah, I want that to be like the Wilhelm scream. It'll just be, ooh, it'll be everywhere. All right, next is... Now, when you're watching this, and you may be watching this, I don't know when, but this is in the middle of the COVID, shelter in place. I'm a little batty. I've been locked up and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and any number of other things. So you're watching a historical recording of a man losing it. Just to give you a record, that's where we are. So, back now. Now we're going to play Apache. So there you go. I mean, I at least within the realm of my playing, that's how I use the vibrato. Now I'll just run through quickly. I'm going to be playing the bridge, pickup. I'm going to run through the settings, the different off-Keltratron settings. This first one is jangle. Next it's going to be twangle, and let's see. I'm sorry, Scotty. Oh, oy. All right, so next. Now we're in the wrangle setting, which is the highest output of the single coil settings, and it's more, I would say, like a Dynasonic or a Mosrite pickup. And let's say, now we're going to be in the wrangle setting, which is the quietest, the low output, bright humbucker that's kind of, if you imagine, like a Filtertron. I've been locked up, and I should be better for the amount I've been playing. I should be. I'm not. Maybe that's more welcoming, less threatening. I don't know. Yes. So then after that, now we're in mangle, which is the standard humbucker setting, and let's say. And finally, crush. This is the loudest. All right, so guitar pyrotechnics, mental lunacy. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So once again, the answer to the question you didn't have, the Alameda Clam Shack guitar. Thank you very much for your time. I feel so much better now.